Okay, okay. Ooh. Yeah, I probably should go and grab my URL really quick. Let me just do some socials really quick. Yeah, come on down, come on down. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, man. Oh, wow, I really didn't get accepted into. That's chill. We'll just go with those for now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, if you guys are admins on posts or groups, hit me up. Obviously, we'd love a spot to go. It's kind of, I know it's pretty typical these days. Like everybody kind of wants a spot to go, but hey, I mean that's the reality of it, right? Like you need to share your stream, just straight up. That's just what it is. Oh, co. All right, we get yes, cross posting. We did that. Nice. Get out of my face. Now you can get out of my face. What is it? It's mad at me about bitrate. Hold on. Think we can fix that on the fly? Do that. This is honestly like one of the things I've had some struggles with, quite honestly. Is just like this whole thing of just technical difficulties, like just constantly having some technical difficulties. I think everybody goes through that. Like if you're doing anything technical, you're gonna have difficulties with the equipment or the software or whatever. It's just part of it, unfortunately. See, now this is annoying. I told oh, okay, I guess it is at 51K. That's kind of nuts. Wow, holy cow. What does it say? What is it saying to me? It wants it let's see. I like the panel. Hold on. Oh, is it because see what it says? Uh 2500. Wow. Holy cow. All right. Let's fix that. Fix that. Stream and that needs to be 2500. Why is it so high? Let's see if it refresh. It's the one. It kicked me out. I don't know if it's actually down. Let's see. I'll pull it up really quick. You guys can see behind the scenes. Yeah, everything was cool. mad at me because of the KBs, but see, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Anyway, all right, here's what I want to talk about. So, yeah, it's not lost on me that I've been doing now what in the whole thing we've got 17 videos for the series, but some of these are shorts. Obviously, Cosmic Osmo, we pounded out so many shorts. It was very clippable. Um, Baldur's Gate and where we're at in that, not so much. We had a lot of struggles with Baldur's Gate because, sorry, to watch the mic, it's not responding correctly. Yeah, like it just, man, that's really where we have technical difficulties, like drive failures, corrupt files, the whole shebang. But it's not lost to me. Like I'm 17 videos in, the shorts are doing whatever. Okay, a few hundred views, maybe 1,000 views or whatever. But any of the long form stuff, nobody. Like I'm not playing this backlog to get hype because none of the games are hype. I'm trying to do it like categorically to get through it and to hold myself accountable. But the other benefit of doing it is to like kind of lay a groundwork for the channel. And honestly, like no one cares about this part of the channel. It's like you can say you do, like if you're in here, you drop by every once in a while. You're one of the people who do watch. You're one of the people who do like. Like I appreciate it and I like you so much. And you'd really help me out honestly a lot if you just hit subscribe on the channel. That'd be huge. I'm not begging for it. I'm not, hey, look, that's your choice. If you don't want to have a million subscriptions in your YouTube app, I get it. That's fine. But yeah, if you could if you wanted to throw me a bone, open to take it. But you're one of the few, right? I mean, so many people sail right over this content. Like this content, not important, not great. They could care less. Um, I've been trying to figure it out as I go how I wanted to do this from the jump already, and I'm gonna pull a Rax Anthrax. Sorry, buddy. I know this is your thing, but from the jump, uh, I started this and I wanted to do um, something different than like episodic Let's Play, right? The engagement is we play the games for like 7 hours, so we could do 7 episodes of one game. We may not finish that game though. That's the issue. See, and because of that, I was like, it's a no for me, right? I don't want to do episodic Let's Play. Like, it's one way to build your content. Like, you would have so many episodes, but then you would have just as many playlists, right? I have 53 games, and then I have to build 53 playlists. They have 7 episodes each. Some only have one. And I don't know. I didn't like the idea of that. I wanted to do the Steam Backlog Challenge as one go. And then at the end of it, maybe we're going to come up with this, right? So here's my thought process, right? So pros, cons, cones, uh, pros and cons. Pros for doing episodic, so many episodes, so many episodes, so much content, right? Huge, like back of the napkin math, 371 episodes. You know what I'm saying? 371 videos, all about an hour long or less. That's crazy, right? But that's the con. uh, that much editing, right? That much editing. So much. Uh, pros, and this is for episodic, right? Episodic Let's Play, and you know what? Let me throw on some just in the background here. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, thanks. We'll start a mix ski mix. And then we'll just put it. Yeah. Sorry for the ads. I don't pay for no premium. I'll be broke. I don't got premium YouTube money. Oh, this one's amazing. I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys are Mitski fans, but highly recommended. Oh, what a Bruno Mars, 21 Pilots, Mitski, Gorillaz, Blackpink, Lana Del Rey. What a mix! Weird mix. Anyway, I'll throw that up as it changes. Maybe. There's a plug somewhere. There's a plug where you can get the stream info to come up. Dude, actually, isn't there mini player? Real quick, mini player. I thought there was mini player. Hey, you know what used to have it? Google. You know what used to have it? Google Music used to have it. You guys remember Google Music? Yeah, what happened to Google Music? Google jerks. I'm still sour about it. It was plenty fine. Y'all took it away. But yeah, I mean, let's play situation. So many episodes if we did that, but also so much editing, right? Wasn't interested in that, right? What was the other pro? Pretty organized. Pretty organized. But the con to that was also uh so many playlists, right? Just think about like you go to my page, you're just finding me, and you have to like fish through all of these playlists, right? Didn't love that. Didn't love that. Um, what's another pro? I'm gonna think of at least three, then we'll kind of move on. Uh, pro to doing another episodic let's play. You know, you do get something to follow, right? If I'm playing a game you like, right, you at least get 7 hours out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a day. That's nice. But here's the con: you may not finish. Fishish. Finish. No closure. No closure. It, so that's kind of an issue. That's kind of an issue. Let's talk about doing it the way I would like to do this. And first, I want to kind of show you quickly like a timeline, right? Like this is kind of the workflow of how we're going to do the Let's Play. Here's the current one, right? Here's the current one. Currently, Biscuit's jamming. Let's turn her down just a bit. Let's turn her down just a bit. There we go. But here's currently what we do. What we do right now is uh we play a game for up to 7 hours. There's my little. There we go. Up to 7 hours. Right. Right. Then we come over here. Arrow. Yep. Then hello text. Hello. Then I have to edit 7 hours down, which I don't know where the little thing is, down to like about two, right? That's what I have to do. I have to edit it down to about two, which means I'm having to cut out a lot, right? Uh, which, that kind of leads me into like, what am I doing? I'm having to clip for shorts while we edit. And imagine that I'm digging through 7 hours worth, right? It's a lot. Then the next thing, we move on. Okay. And then I post on a Sunday and then I might post a short.
Easy ordering and next day delivery, making them the go-to play for everyone keeping arenas game day ready.
Post a short on
Just stop by Granger.
a weekday, right? Then that's what we're doing. That's currently what we're doing. Okay? This whole thing generates. Oh, they don't have an eyeball. That would be what I want there. The little eyeball. Yeah, but this whole thing right here, all of this, right? Okay? Is equal to, what was it? 10 views? 10 views max. Yeah. This whole thing, 10 views max. Okay? It's not a gripe. I'm not saying like, oh, shame on you people. Nope. I get it. Like, I go back and watch the video that I just edited. And I'm like, yeah. Every video, I try to do a little better. You know? I try to get a little better each video. Like, as you see, like, I got new stuff. I got the nice NVIDIA streaming plugins. So now I got this really cool, you know, virtual green screen thing going on. I feel like that's higher quality. We got better lighting. That's higher quality. We adjusted the mics, got them closer in a good position, improved that quality. Coming up with new formats, always improving quality. I'm just figuring this out, right? Because this is where I started. Oh, let's do episodic Let's Play. Started the first one, and then this is what I worked out. So I'm like, okay, we'll just keep doing them that way. Well, this sucks when you have to do this thing right here for a game like, what's one we did that we liked? Deus Ex. Deus Ex was really fun and I enjoyed it, but I had to condense all of that down into 2 hours, and I didn't know what I wanted. I wanted to show the whole thing and I couldn't because I'm fitting it into this format. Feels bad. And then I do that, and the sacrifice is, well, it still only got 10 views and no comments, by the way. Like, you guys just didn't engage with it. Like, you don't care, because that's where I cut it off. I mean, I'm saying, hey, give me an hour to 2 hours of your time, and then, by the way, there's no episode 2, you know. So like, this is clearly a bad relationship. You know, like I'm creating this. I'm doing it for me. Like, the challenge is for me, you know. We do the backlog challenge, you know, for ourselves. Okay. And let's see, is it in here? Hold on. Where's the rules? Where's like all rules? Oh, I put it from here. Here, right? Here's the set of rules, you know. Where is our zoom to fit? There we go. So, right, must play all items uncategorized in always tomorrow sections of the backlog, right? So that with that together we have 53 in total. We have to play 7 hours or up to completion, and then no shorter than an hour, because some games you just don't get that out of, and then sometimes you're just like, nah, right? I know pretty much right away if it's a skip. Must publish a Let's Play entry every Sunday. See, that's what I'm doing. Today is a little different because we're kind of in a transition period. We're changing it up. It's not going to be the same. We're not doing the same thing like we did last Sunday. We're talking about what we're going to do better and how we're going to do better next Sunday. That's where we're at. We're changing it up. Okay? Then we got, you know, must not purchase any new titles. This is the big one. Must not purchase any new titles until the challenge is completed. Okay? Now, the only exception to this is my current live service games that I play. And that, for me, that's just the Diablo franchise. So I will buy the expansions for the Diablo franchise, but that's it. I'm not adding to the Steam backlog. Okay? That's where we draw the line. We're not adding any more titles to the Steam backlog. Plenty of new games coming out. I see them all the time. Get really excited. I want to do them. but we have to do this challenge first. That's it. Okay, make or break, right? Every 6 uncategorized title completions will randomly roll a game from the nostalgia, i.e., retro, or always tomorrow category, right? And then those will get played up to 3 hours or maybe until completion. Maybe that's all it takes, right? And then we sort the titles from oldest to newest, top to bottom. This is the challenge, right? How do I fit that into a video for you? And how do I convey the challenge is progressing? That's where that's where today I decided really like over the week as I've been playing game number 9 in the whole thing, I came up with we have to do something different. The analytics are just telling me like nobody likes this, so we need to change it up. So let me give you an example of what I want to do. What I want to do, okay? What we're gonna do with the fill, hello. What we're gonna do, whoa, hello, hey, hey. It's not blind, everybody. What is this? Windows? What are we doing? Here we go. Here's what I want to do. Here's the change up. Okay? We're going short form. But not too short form, just shorter. Okay? Um, 8 minutes is when we start to categorize ourselves as long form. So we're gonna go between 8 and 30 minutes. That's it. That's it. That's it. 8 to 30 minute length caps. That's all we're going to do. And honestly, I could see this being more like 20. This is the new idea. We're going here. 8 minutes to 30 minute length caps. Okay. We're going 100%. We're going focus on where it fits in the backlog challenge. Review per the challenge. Review per the challenge. What do I mean? I'll show you in a minute. Show you in a minute. Okay. So working through the criteria of games in the backlog, right? Are they a skip? Are they playable tomorrow? Was it good value? Okay. Was it good value? These are the questions we're trying to answer. Okay. So the review criteria is going to be like that. Now, I'm not doing a formal for everybody review. It's not like, hey, I'm a game expert and played a lot of video games and I know what a good game is, and here, therefore, I'm going to tell you if you should play it or not. We're not doing that. What we're doing is we're going to say, based on the things that I like, the things that matter to me, which are uh, VO or voice acting, right? And sound effects. I come from an audio background, so this is important to me. It, to me, can break the game. Like, you can have beautiful visuals. You can use Unreal Engine 5 and actually do custom models and put all this work into it. But if you have like dog water actors get in there and like you have like no script and there's just nothing interesting to hear. The sound cues are canned. There's no layering. It doesn't paint a visual and auditory narrative. Like you start to lose me if that's what your intent is, right? So here are the criteria: VO and sound effects. The story. I just alluded to that. The story. Was the story good? You know what I mean? Some games aren't story rich, and so it could be, you know what I mean, based on my story scoring criteria. Excuse me. It'll just kind of get a mid-grade, and that's okay, right? Biggest question, was it fun? Did I enjoy myself? Regardless of what category the game is, did I enjoy myself? Did we extract the value? And then here comes the big one, replay. Would we play it again? Would we play it again for tomorrow? Right? Worth, here it is, an episodic playthrough. Yes? Right? Here comes the big one. Is it worth an episodic playthrough? That's what we're working through. So, scoring 1 through 5 for each category. 1 through 5. Okay? The sound effects. And basically, you know, 1 is poor. Okay. 2 is, I wrote these down, less than average. 3 is average, right? 4 is above average. Get over here. And then 5 is excellent, right? I can spell. There we go. 5 is excellent. So, you know, I have some kind of, you know, my own sort of criteria to like what these mean for each of the categories. You know, like for example, voiceover. What do I mean when it's excellent? Right? I mean that it was an amazing, outstanding performance. Like professional quality. Would have heard it in a movie. I don't know there's some critique that all video games shouldn't be movies and movies are movies, video games are video games. But if you have cutscenes, make them good cutscenes. If I have dialogue with a character, it needs to feel like I'm talking to the character. If we're role playing, let's role play. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Um, that's what I mean. And then it's like the same thing with sound effects. Like I don't want like annoying sound effects or annoying voiceovers. You know, like it needs to not detract from the fun. It needs to invite me back. I don't want to go through it and have to sweat through it and be like, I don't want to do that again. I don't ever want to come back to this. Right? That's not what we want to do. Story. Was there one? First of all, if there isn't one and it's more of a storyless, you know, narrative-less experience and it's just like click on things and make number go up or, you know, something like this, sure, you know, average, right? Like it really just doesn't count towards it. But maybe it's really important. Maybe it was super memorable. Maybe the twist was crazy. It was like awesome. I would, you know, recommend this to be a book or something, right? Otherwise, maybe it's just poorly written and again detracts from the fun. Like, why do I like in what was it, Hive Swap? We went through Hive Swap, and Hive Swap, these two things drove me nuts about the game. It detracted from the fun and the replay value. It didn't invite me back. I don't care about the characters that much to care about their text dialogue. That sucked. And then the story, who cares? Alien goes to alien planet, is an alien, a non-person who's in an alien on an alien planet. I don't. Oh, wow, right? It wasn't enough to bring me back. That's just one example. And then like fun, right? I mean, we all kind of have our own sort of values of fun, but for me, you know, look, you know, middle of the line. Did it have its moments? Like, oh yeah, that was enjoyable for that. It was, you know, it's quirky or whatever. Or you know, 5, the whole time, great ride, had so much fun the entire time playing. Right? That's when you give something high points, high marks, right? And then replay value. This is a simple question. Score at 1 if I would never play it again. Score at 5 if I absolutely would play it again. You know, and then sort of 3, that's a maybe, and then everything in the middle. This is what we're talking about. We are going to do this, and the point is to serve the challenge, right? Why I started to do this was for the challenge, and I just need to get to the point of the challenge, right? I want you to watch me go through the challenge so that you can see me work through it. I'm not trying to show you each game. In the beginning, I thought I was. And it's like, I don't think that matters, right? So here's a preview of what we're going to be doing moving forward, okay? So let's take, and I got that muted. Let's take, we have an edit of a game going. This is for Risen 3, and we can bump up that to 1080 because I cut it in 1080. Let's put, there we go. Better quality, okay? And I'll pull up my Steam overlay. Okay, here we go. So now what we've got is essentially you've got B-roll happening. I've got this, you know, I handcrafted this. I'm a little proud of my background, so thank you. As you know, we have chili peppers. This is Mucho wasabi. So we have wasabi leaves. We have chili peppers. We have vines. It's a cool vibe. I like it. But all this is going on. We got B-roll. You have to forgive the transparency level. This is OBS doing OBS things, so you have to forgive that. But in general, we will have this in a more contrasty sort of transparency, right? Or grading, right? We'll color grade it and put nice transparency on it. But it comes up like this. You'll see the B-roll, right? We'll cut to. I mean, we might just cut to and here you go, right? Oh, here's the game, and this part was so good, and you know, here comes my VO about it, and okay, now we're at a point where I really want to highlight. Let's talk about the first category, the sound effects. Oh man, the way that cannon went off, and you know that. But let me tell you about the voice. You know, the voice acting is just so corny. It's like sometimes some characters are good and other characters aren't. Like they just didn't have consistent performances. And you know, the guy feels like he's doing a Batman voice, and that was not so good. Okay, here we go. But the sound effects were pretty mid. They weren't annoying or anything. Moving on, right? And then we cut back. You'll see some more gameplay, B-roll. I might start espousing about a certain scene we went to. And then, okay, cut back. I want to tell you about this. Let's talk about the story. You know, the story, believe it or not, in Risen is actually intriguing. You know, you're a pirate. You're with this armada, but then you get stranded on this island and woken up by this voodoo tiki guy, and now you got to find your own way in the world because now there's just some significance about you specifically and how you are the chosen one to fix the problem. You know, just some average everyday pirate, and then we cut back, see some more gameplay, right? You're kind of getting the rhythm, right? This is what we're doing. It's very similar to a lot of like traditional reviews, but yeah, we're cutting in, we're talking about, you know, these categories in general. Oh, was this fun? You know, man, this game was not as fun because the mechanics were a little annoying at times. The fight, I was really having to sweat through the fights, not in like a Dark Souls kind of way, just like the fighting felt bad and clunky, and it took so long to get to a point where the fighting felt good, and then it kind of clicked and you were okay. But I mean, hours of gameplay before we got there. You know, then we go back and like, here's an example of what I'm talking about, you know, where you can see it. All right, okay, and then moving on. Here's the last one. Would I replay this game? You know, maybe, you know, I mean, I got to a point with it where I was really intrigued, and maybe we'll come back and play this one. Just for example, right? So that's the thought. And you could see there, I mean, we've been rolling for, I mean, I probably talked to that a little fast, and I just used this first, let's call it 4 or 5 minutes or whatever to just show you an example. But this is what we're doing, right? We got to keep it. We got to keep it in the pocket. I got to keep it shorter. I got to have more clips, you know, that make sense for everybody. I mean, look, you know, capitalism worked, okay? Like, I hear you loud and clear. Like, as much as I want to just like record this for myself and make this something of like a diary and just something to be accountable to myself on this challenge, I'm dragging other people. I'm asking other people to come see it, you know, and that's like, you know, inviting your buddy over to the game and you've got like a computer monitor for a TV and you're sitting on lawn chairs made for children. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a very comfortable experience, and not everybody's getting everything they want out of it. So I'm trying to help everybody out. Like, hear you loud and clear. You're not finding the hour-long videos. If you do, you may not even be watching all of them. You don't feel compelled enough to talk about it. You don't come back for that because there is no episode 2, and just straight up, like, who cares, right? I hear you loud and clear, right? I hear you loud and clear. So yeah, we're changing it up. We're doing it different. All right, we're doing it different. We're changing it up. We're gonna make them shorter. Hopefully this way it's more compelling for you to see this. I'm still having to play through the games. That's the tough part. I mean, like I have to crack into to Steam. I mean, this is part of me holding myself accountable and asking the community out here, like, hold me accountable on this challenge. Like, for real, if I pull up, look at that. I've only got 96 minutes in benching of Ethan Carter. That's an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a lot of time. I still have to play this game as per the challenge another 5.5 hours. I'm enjoying myself. This is fun. I love this game. I'm going to tell you right now, I do love this game. I think you should play it too. And we'll talk about that at the end of each video. Now, because I don't have to condense 7 hours down to some kind of digestible 2 hour, 1 hour let's play style content, what I'm aiming to do is kind of streamline the pipe, right? Smash through the playthrough, maybe even get it in just 2 settings, 3.5 and a 3.5. Okay. I've been trying to knick-knack at it. It's tough. I'm a dad gamer, right? And that's part of the whole channel. As you see, like on Tuesdays, I sit with the family. We do things. We open packs of cards and stuff, and like I get them involved a little bit. They sometimes watch my streams when I do them on Wednesdays, right? And then even when I do special ones like this, they get in there, and they're my eyes and my ears. They let me know when something's not working. You'll see them in the chat. But yeah, I mean, that it's tough. I mean, I have a life outside of this, like a lot of people, and I got a job outside of this, like a lot of people, um, and yeah, it's just hard to commit sometimes. So the way that I'm gonna commit to do better for everybody, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Okay, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Is to not do this format that doesn't work for you all anymore. To go for the shorter format, to put out dedicated. We're going to do shorts every week. And by the way, on Tuesdays, I do promote my Mercari store. That's where I sell singles that I get from the packs of cards that I rip. I want to put it out here first and foremost. I'm not doing this specifically to drive people to that, but it's a knock-on effect. If you find my Mercari store because you are looking for something that I have that I can get to you, I think that's great, right? I think that's great. My sole purpose isn't to play video games to sell you cards, though. My sole purpose isn't to, do pack openings just to sell you cards. We open packs because it's fun, and I just want to share that with the Pokemon community. The family wants to share that with the Pokemon community, and we just want to like share the experience. The knock-on effect is we have duplicates, and I don't use them. And I think that if you need them, I can help you out. We can help each other out. But the point is, I'm not doing it specifically for that. But another commitment of mine is I have a backlog of cards to post to the channel, to the store rather. So I'm gonna be doing one card a day. I'm gonna be making sure that I get shorts out once a week or something. At least you'll see a short from me on the Instagram, on the Facebook, etc. You'll get this once a week in a shorter form, so it's more digestible. And the point is to do the whole challenge with me. We will do Let's Play episodic, okay? I will. But that's after we go through the whole catalog. So next year is my goal. We'll start doing episodic Let's Plays. We'll make sure we get the highest quality content. I already have my recording set up so I get multi-channel audio so that I can separate my microphone audio from my game audio. Um, it's in the works. Okay, we will eventually do a let's play game. We will pick a game that we like that I know some people will be liking as well. As you can tell from the videos that I put out so far, RPGs are kind of my thing. Click adventure, murder mystery stuff is kind of my thing. Um, we've got some weird stuff in there that's kind of off the wall, but like that's what I'll be here for. Okay, uh, but we will do it. We will do it. But for now, I'm shifting it up. 8 minutes to 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, no more. We're keeping the videos short. We're smashing through them in a week. We sit down, do two sessions, 3.5 and a 3.5. Post to the socials. Post a card to the Macari every day. We're gonna be there. Okay, we're gonna make it more consistent because like I'm seeing it. I'm seeing what you're seeing. I get it, okay? But I'm just working through it, okay? And I appreciate everybody following along, seeing me work through it. This is part of it. This is part of the challenge. I know you didn't expect this. You thought you're just gonna get a bunch of Let's Play videos. No, you get to see old Mucho here talking through what's in his brain cage. Uh, but yeah, look, I'm gonna run it out. Thank you all for jumping in, hearing me out on the Just Chat. And yeah, we're gonna do better here. Okay, I get it. I hear you loud and clear. 2.5 hours of watching Riven, not your bag. I get it. I hear you. We'll make it better. Promise. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Mucho out. Okay.